guys, I'm Mashava and today I'm back with another mechanic gameplay. We are facing an A badge Dream Witch on Red Church. So the hunter goes to the key spawn, but the enchantress is already hiding, which is very good job from her, because enchantress is not a very good character against Dream Witch. But now the hunter changes target to me, which is not very good for the team, since I am the decoder. Alright, so I transition out of church because it doesn't really have any pallets to fight with, so I have to go to a better area, and I chose Middle Broken because that's the only area I can actually transition to. Alright, so when you are kiting a Dream Witch, the first thing you have to keep in mind is to always transition as far as possible from the main body. It wastes a lot of time for her to move around with her main body and move her main follower too. So alright, I try to get to this pallet and get the pallets down just in time. Alright, so I decided to try to transition to graveyard because I know for a fact that most Dream Witch players bring patroller, and honestly graveyard is a very good area to cancel the patroller, and I will show you how. Alright, so I jump this window, I transition to graveyard as I planned. There goes the patroller, and every time the patroller wants to bite you, that's every 5 seconds, you can see the timer at the top left corner. So every 5 seconds you just have to throw a pallet down and you can cancel the stun. This way you can't really get hit under patroller, but getting hit is also fine honestly, because this kite is already long enough. And the Dream Witch actually realized that this kite was really long enough because she has to go to pressure the ciphers. Alright, so changes target to the psychologist. She does a really good job taking the follower hit. This way the follower disappears, and also just because she's a psychologist, she didn't really take any damage. Alright, so after destroys this pallet, I recommend always throwing that pallet down in church because you can get a speed boost from it. She sees my robot, so she goes after it, and of course she can knock it down easily because church, as I said, doesn't really have any good kiting areas. So changes target to the enchantress, who unfortunately didn't realize that the hunter already saw her, so she couldn't hide for a second time. But already 2 ciphers left, so even if she goes down fast, that's alright, because we have enough ciphers to actually get to the end game. But she survives because Dream Witch's hitbox is not very good. And the Dream Witch changes target to the postman, who just finished the cipher. Alright, so the postman is transitioning into church because he really cannot go anywhere else, and takes the hit before rotting, which is very good job from him. This way he avoided the terror shot. So the Dream Witch is going to look for the ciphers, and I actually didn't remove my leech, so my leech is on my cipher, but we actually have another cipher on Top Broken. I recommend always removing the leech first. I just didn't have anyone close by to actually remove it. Alright, so the cipher is primed, but the hunter goes there and leeches the enchantress. By the way guys, you can pop the cipher when the Dream Witch is leeching, because she cannot really hit you during the animation, but that's alright. I bring my bot to the gate so we can immediately open it after the pop. The postman is at the other gate, and the psychologist is setting herself up for the save. And she doesn't rescue immediately because most Dream Witches are trying to terror shock you in this scenario, but she makes the save. Unfortunately, the enchantress also ran to the prime cipher and got hit again during the process, so She got hit twice, which means she is going down after the tide turner ends. But the postman is already opening the gate, my bot is already opening the gate. The Dream Witch knocks down my robot, but that's alright. We can work with that. So it looks like postman already opened his gate, and the Dream Witch is trying to put pressure on the first gate and trying to pick up Enchantress, of course. So I actually go back to front gate because it's around 70% and I'm kinda far from the other gate. Actually my follower will teleport on me, but cannot really afford to hit me, because if she does I can still just crawl out or Enchantress can struggle free. Psychologist will wait out Enchantress's chair and get dungeon, so we get the win. And that's it for guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye!